Awesome. Can everyone hear me okay and see my screen okay? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can. All right, awesome. All right, give me just a second. Awesome. Well, hey, thank you guys for copping on tonight. Tonight, I'm going to be going over with all of you a free basic Forex training. Okay, and so pretty much what I'm going to share with you guys is, there's this movement that's been going on, this thing called Forex, right? And so I'm pretty sure some of you may have heard about it. Some of you may have heard about through someone else, and you're probably wondering, okay, what is this thing all about, right? So today I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to break down for you guys exactly just what is Forex, how does it work, what is it all about, what is the income earning potential that you can make with Forex. And also, I'm going to share with you guys the cheat code that has allowed me to be able to create consistent income in the largest financial market in the world. All right. A little bit about myself. My name is Hua Bui. I am the founder of Wealth Kingdom. And, before I used to tell people what I do and I used to tell people my titles, but what I've learned along the years is instead of telling you guys what I do, which is kind of superficial, I'm better off telling you guys what I believe, right? I believe that it doesn't matter where you come from, what circumstances you have in life, what walk of life you come from, we all deserve a better quality of life. And what I believe is that if you truly want it enough and that if you surround yourself with the right individuals and the right opportunity and mentorship, each and every single one of you can create the life that you truly want and deserve. So, all right, what are some of the things? So before we start, let me ask you guys a question. What makes some people's lives better than others? Right? Why do some people live better than others? And for the longest time, I've thought about this. I've wondered about this, of just why certain people are able to have a better quality of life than other people, right? And then it occurred to me, right? It occurred to me that the times have changed. The times have changed. We're living in a different generation. We're living in a day and age where the conventional wisdom says that in order to create an income, you have to go out and work more hours. You have to go out and get additional jobs to create cash flow, right? But the way money is created has changed, and the rules of money have changed. And so this is really what I want to go over with you guys in terms of how it's changed and how you guys can really tap into this, right? We're living in a day and age where people are creating cash flow with the same devices that they use to text, call, and play games and go on social media. Right, so imagine this for a second. The same devices that you guys are using to probably watch this right now, the same devices that you guys are using to play games on your phones, can you be used to create extra income without having to leave your home? Right? So to start, what is Forex? Right? And I hope you guys have a pen and notepad out and to really take great notes, okay? So Forex, it's short for foreign exchange, right? This is the act of trading one currency for another, right? If you've ever been to another country and you've exchanged US dollars for that country's native currency, congrats, you've officially participated in the foreign exchange, right? I'm sure if you guys have gone to your local malls or you've gone to any sort of airports, right, you will see a foreign exchange booth that allows you to exchange US dollars to whichever country that you may be visiting to, right? That is essentially Forex. Forex is you're exchanging one currency for another, okay? A little bit of background on the Forex industry, right? Many of you probably know the stock market, right, which is something that we're all pretty familiar with. The stock market trades at about $22 billion a day, right? The stock market trades $5.3 trillion every single day. Now, unlike the stock market, you're probably wondering what's the difference, right? The stock market is when you buy pieces of a company. And you only make money when the company does well. Because why? When the company does well, the stock prices go up, which means your dividends, your earnings per share goes up, right? But with stock market is you're very biased and you tend to be handcuffed to only one side of the coin. In foreign exchange, you can make money in whether the market goes up or down. That's the power of it. Secondly, Forex is the most liquid market in the world. Okay. What does this mean? It means if you make some profits today, those profits can be back into your bank account within 24 hours or more, right? This operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and can be done with a smartphone, a laptop, and Wi-Fi. So imagine that, being able to create extra income from your devices without having to leave your home. That's powerful, right? So here are the 5 major currencies that are traded every single day, right? We have, everyone knows this, we have the US dollar, okay? We have the euro, we have the British pound, GBP, we have the Japanese yen, and then we have the Swiss franc, right? These are the 5 major currencies. These aren't the only ones that are traded every day, but these are the 5 main ones that are traded, okay? These are some of the biggest economies, okay? So let me explain to you guys just really how Forex works when I say when we take a trade. Like, what does that really mean when I tell you to buy or sell, all right? As I mentioned earlier, when you buy one currency, you are selling another, right? Taking an example of this, I have here the US dollar against the Japanese yen, right? Any currency that is at the front is called the base currency. Any currency at the end is called the quote currency. If I was to tell you to buy USD JPY, it means that I want the US dollar to get stronger against the Japanese yen, which means I want the exchange rate to go up, right? So that means for every 1 US dollar, I'm able to buy more Japanese yen. Now, if I told you to sell the USD against the Japanese yen, it means that I want the US dollar to get weaker against the Japanese yen, which means the exchange rate goes down, right? Which means if the exchange rate goes down, it means for any single US dollar you have, you buy less. You're able to buy less Japanese yen. Your buying power decreases. Right? Money is made when the exchange rate changes. Okay? When the exchange rate goes up or down, you have the opportunity to create money. Right? Now, let's say, for example, the exchange rate for the US dollar against the Japanese yen is 0.7718. Okay? This means for every 1 US dollar you have, you can buy 0.7718 Japanese yen. If the exchange rate rose to 0.7719 from 0.7718, it moved 1 pip. Okay, in Forex, a pip is a movement in the 4th decimal of the exchange rate. Right? This is how profit is measured whenever we trade currencies. We measure profit in terms of pips. Okay, once again, a pip is a movement in the 4th decimal of the exchange rate. Now you're probably sitting there and you're thinking, all right, Hua, I get exchange rates. Okay, but how do I know when the exchange rates go up or down? Right? And that's a very great question because this is really the basics of Forex. Right? There's 2 types of analysis that we use to predict where the market is going to go, right? Up or down. The first one is called fundamental analysis, right? This is trading based on the news of current and economical, political events, right? Things like unemployment rates, interest rates, presidential elections, for example. Like if many of you tuned into the recent election of President Trump, okay, when he was elected into office, many of you probably don't know that the US dollar tanked very quickly before it shot back up, okay? And so when the US dollar dropped, you bet that a lot of people cashed out on that, right? So that's one form of analysis that we use. We form our analysis based on current news and events that happen around us. The second type is called technical analysis, right? This is trading based on the movement of price action, right? Price action simply refers to the historical movement of the exchange rates and looking at how it's moving and being able to use that to make our predictions. And in Forex, it's all about patterns and it's all about the history, right? Because what do they say about history? History tends to repeat itself, right? So in Forex, if it's moved a certain way before, chances are it can move there again. Now let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of what a chart would look like. Okay, what we have here is the U.S. dollar against the Japanese yen on a 1 hour time frame. Okay, if you look at the bottom here, where I have the arrow where it says buy USD JPY, right? If I would have bought here, and if you would have held that trade, if you see how the exchange rate, it rose from where I bought it and where it goes all the way up to where I marked it here. And at the top, where if you look at where it says close out trade, if you would have bought from the bottom, wrote this all the way up, okay, and you closed out that trade up there, you would have caught a total of 1,754 pips. Okay. If you would have bought this, it means what? It means the US dollar got stronger against the Japanese yen. So if you look at the candlesticks, which is the lines, it rose, which means the exchange rate went up. Okay, which means the US dollar got stronger against the Japanese yen and it rose. Now you're probably wondering, all right, Huang, like how much does 1,754 pips translate into? Right? Now let's do some quick math. Every time you open a trade, you also have to decide how much you want to risk. Okay, this is called your lot size. Right? Now, we're going to cover lot sizes and how that affects how much you can earn for every single trade. Okay? Now, there's three types of lot sizes that you need to know. Number one, it's called a micro lot. Okay? This is 0.01 to 0.09, which translates into 10 cents a pip to 90 cents a pip. Okay? Then you have what's called a mini lot, which is 0.1 to 0.9. Right? This is $1 to $9 a pip. And then you have what's called a standard lot, okay, which is $10 a pip. So think about this. Every time the exchange rate moves to the fourth decimal, 1 pip up or down, depending on how much you risk from 0.01 to 1, you can either be betting 10 cents for every movement or $10 for every movement. So let's go back to that example of the 1754 pip example, right? How much do those pips translate into? Okay, if you would have wrote that whole thing, if you would have went on that buy and wrote the whole thing up, okay, on a micro lot at 0.01, you would have made $17.54. Now, if you would have risked a mini lot on that one trade, and if you would have bought at 0.1, you would have made $1,754. And if you would have risked a standard lot at $10 a pip, you would have made $17,540. That is the power of Forex, guys. Okay? The same movement that makes you $17.54 can also make you $17,540. Right? Now, how much you risk is really dependent upon your account balance and things like that. So we have to also exercise what's called proper risk management. Otherwise, it's called gambling, right? But this just goes to show you the power, right? The power of Forex is that the same movement that can make anyone $20 can also make another person $20,000, right? Now you guys see the power of trading currencies. All right. Now we're going to take a look at a very basic technique. Okay. A very basic technique that's used to know, to indicate whether we want to get into a buy or a sell. Right. What did I say earlier? I said one of the biggest questions that a lot of people have is, okay, like, how do I know when to buy? How do I know when to sell? Right? How do I know when the exchange rate is going to go back up? How do I know when the exchange rate is going to go back down? All right. It may become, it may become easy and feel overwhelmed when I pull up a chart. Okay, but just bear with me, follow me, and I will walk you guys step by step. Okay, so don't worry about it. Awesome. So what we have here is called the AUD JPY, right? This is the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. Okay, and this is on a 1 hour time frame. So let me ask you guys a question. Right, what do these peaks have in common? Okay, what do all these peaks where these arrows are pointing have in common? Give me 1 second. Oops. Okay, now what do these peaks have in common? Okay, the peaks all rise and stop rising at around the same area. Right, you guys see that? It kind of rises and then it kind of stops rising at or around the same area. Okay, it's hitting what is called resistance. Okay, resistance is like the ceiling or roof that is above your head. Now, the example that I like to use is, when you bounce a ball and it hits the ceiling, what does it do? It comes back down. Okay, so imagine that. Imagine you have a ball in your hand, you bounce it off the floor, it hits the ceiling. What does it do? It comes down. All right. And if we go back to the example, if you look at it, if you can imagine that, every time it hits that peak, right, you see the price come back down. Okay, so imagine a ceiling right there. To identify a point of resistance on any chart, you have to find 2 or more points where price, also known as the exchange rate, couldn't break through, okay, where it couldn't break past the ceiling. And then what you do is you're going to draw a line across that touches those points. All right, now in this case, we have about 4 different points on that chart. All right, so look at that. So I drew a line. This is called the resistance, and it went across all 4 points. And you look at it, it touches all 4 points. This line right here is called the resistance, the ceiling. Okay. Now, what I say about resistance? When exchange rates hit resistance, oftentimes when it's respected, it will come back down. Okay. You look at it once here, it hit it, came back down, went up, hit it again, came back down, went up, hit it again, it came back down, went up one more time, hit it, and came back down. So imagine that ball that I was talking about bouncing up, hitting the wall, coming down, bouncing up, hitting the ceiling, coming down, bouncing up, hitting the ceiling, coming down. All right, that's resistance, guys. Okay. These are the areas where I would be looking to enter into a sell trade. Okay. Every time it hits this line or gets close to this line, this is where I want to be looking, right, to enter into a potential sell trade. Now, going back, what does it mean when I tell you to sell a pair? Okay. If I was to sell this right here, I'm basically saying I want the Australian dollar to get weaker against the Japanese yen. Okay. So when the Australian dollar gets weaker against the yen, the exchange rate goes down. Okay. If I sell the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen, the exchange rate drops. It drops. It drops. Right? So I would have wanted to enter into sell orders at each of these points right here. Okay? In Forex, right, when we think price is going to bounce off a ceiling, we enter into a sell trade, which is what I just went over with you guys. Right? In this case, it means the Australian dollar would get weaker against the Japanese yen. Okay? Which means 1 Australian dollar buys you less Japanese yen. Okay? Now, the opposite of resistance is called support. Okay, and the same concept applies here, right? Support is like the floor that you're standing on or sitting on right now. Okay, this is 2 or more points where price, also known as the exchange rate, had trouble breaking below. All right. What happens when you throw a ball against the floor? What does it do? It bounces up. Okay. If price action hits a support level and it can't break below, guys, it's going to shoot back up. Okay. And so you guys saw what happened with resistance. When it hits the ceiling and it can't break it, it comes back down. Now with support, when it hits support and it can't break past, it comes back up. This is when you want to enter for a buy. All right, look here. Okay, this red line here is called my support. Okay, the exchange rate touched it 3 times. Okay, I would have wanted to enter into a buy at these areas right here because why? What did I say about the ball? It hit support, it bounced straight up. Okay, came back down over here, hit support, shot all the way back up. I would have wanted to enter into a buy right here, right? Because you want to catch it right at the reversal before it goes in the direction that you want. Okay. Okay. Now, how much money could have been made here? Okay. If I was to combine both all the buys and the sells that I just went over with you guys, how much money could have been made? Okay. Now let's do some math. Let's do some math. If we add up all the drops and the rises, okay, let's assume that you sold and bought this entire chain right here of these trades and you caught everything. Okay. Now I went ahead and I calculated all the pips of the drops and the rises. Okay. Now let's add them together. All of this, guys, when we add them together, comes out to about 568 pips. All right. Now, I already went over with you guys what is a pip and how much a pip can potentially make you. Okay. So we took 568 pips times by a micro lot risk of 0.01, which is 10 cents a pip. You would have made $56.08. 80 cents. Okay. If you would have risked a mini lot, okay, at $1 a pip, okay, 0.1, you would have made $568. And if you would have risked a standard lot at $10 a pip, you would have made $5,680. That is powerful, guys. That is powerful. You could have potentially made anywhere between $50 to excess of $5,000 just from simply catching a couple of trades, just like this. Okay? Just like that. Now you guys see the power of Forex, okay? What would I do if I was able to create anywhere between $5,000 in a couple of days every single week? This is what I would be doing. And this is what I'm sure most of you are probably doing too. I would be off in the Bahamas for the rest of my life. Well, maybe not the rest of my life, but I'd probably spend a big chunk of my day there, of my life there, right? So you guys can imagine for yourself just what you would do for yourself and your family if you were able to create just this kind of extra additional cash flow. Maybe not even $5,000. Maybe you were able to just make $500 a month outside of your current job, right? Like how much better would that help you, right? What kind of choices would that free up for you, right? To be able to do that by just pressing a couple of buttons. And so just imagine for yourself just some of the possibilities of what you would do, right? And so let me ask you guys, how many hours does the average person have to work to make an extra $568, let alone $5,680, right? I could tell you, even with when I still had a job, when I still had to work a job, I probably had to work a whole week just to make just had to make an extra $500, right? Now imagine you being able to replace that, being able to make something like that from the comforts of your home using your smartphone. This is why Forex is so powerful, and this is why so many people have been hopping onto this train, because they've realized the opportunity that is at hand for themselves. Right? We're living in a day and age where people don't have to go out and get second jobs, don't have to go out, be away from their family, their kids, right? From maybe you, if you have kids, be away from your loved ones, boyfriend, girlfriend. We don't have to go out and get a second job anymore, right? Think about the time, the convenience, the peace of mind that you're able to get back, right? Because we don't have to be away. And that's extremely powerful, guys. This is extremely powerful, you know? And I can tell you guys, you know, learning Forex on your own can be very hard. Okay. I was first exposed to Forex almost 3 years ago when an old college buddy friend of mine, when we met up and he shared some information with me in terms of how he was trading Forex. Okay. And I remember hearing about it and being pretty interesting, being pretty interested about it. And I actually tried learning about it. Okay. But then I gave up. actually gave up Forex after about a week because there was just so much information. There was a lot of technical jargon, a bunch of concepts and fancy terms that I just couldn't understand. And learning by myself, not really having anyone to go to for advice or help, really made it difficult. And it really just killed my motivation to learn, because I didn't have anyone showing me really the right way to do it. And so that was 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago when I first heard about Forex. And after a week of studying, I quit. I left it. And so it wasn't really until about February of last year did I really come back to it. And the reason why I came back to it was because I got around the right education and mentors and tools that saved me a lot of time, energy, and money. And it's only because of this that I was able to truly create any sort of significant income, significant consistent income for myself, and then help other people do the same as well too, right? So for those of you that are on here right now, right, you guys have seen the power of Forex, right? You guys have a pretty basic understanding of what is Forex now in terms of how it works with the exchange rates, and you guys understand the income earning potential with Forex, right? Now, if you're truly serious about learning and making money with Forex, okay, I'm about to share with you guys, okay, the cheat code, okay, to making money in the foreign exchange markets. All right, hope you guys are ready for this. This is something that someone shared with me a year ago that has allowed me to be where I am today, and I'm here paying it forward with you guys and sharing with you the same blueprint that I used to create consistent income and to be able to walk away from my job, okay? So we partnered with an individual by the name of Christopher Terry, okay? He's someone who has made over $100 million, okay, trading over a 20-year career period, okay? And what he's done was, he's created an educational platform with tools and services, right, to lower the learning curve, okay? Like I told you guys earlier, learning Forex on your own is very hard, and that's the reason why I quit 1 weekend. But what this gentleman has done has blown my mind, because he has taken this monstrosity, this Forex beast, and he's made it so manageable for the regular individual to come off the streets and make money in the Forex markets, all right? What qualifies him to be able to do something like this, okay? He's been featured in various trading books. He's been featured in newspapers, publications, and has spoken at some of the top trading conventions throughout the country, all right? So he's very respected and renowned in his niche, All right. And he's created an organization that's called iMarkets Live, which we partner with. All right. Now, some of the things here's some things that we offer. Okay. Number one, what we realized was, Forex, really what we have appeals to two different types of people, right? You're either sitting here right now wanting to learn how to trade, or two, you want to create some extra income, but you just don't have the time or energy to learn it, okay? And so what we have here is we have a platform that appeals to two different types of users, right? The first thing that I'm gonna share with you guys here is called the Auto Trader. This is a 100% hands-free mirror trading service, okay? What does this do? It means it requires absolutely no trading experience. And so what you can do is you can actually put some money into a brokerage account, connect it to one of our top professionals, and let them do all the work for you, right? If you guys look at it, I'm sure many of you on here have had some sort of savings account with the bank at some point in your life. Okay, I know I have, right? If you look at it, how much interest does the bank pay you to put your money in there? Sometimes 0.01%, sometimes 0.05 if you're lucky. And if anyone has ever had anything above that, let me know what bank you're using, because I haven't seen anything like that, right? But now, guys, this is the power of the auto trade. Now you have the ability to make money while you sleep, okay? You have someone that is generating income for you completely hands-off that requires you to do absolutely nothing, okay? And now you have the opportunity to leverage over 25 years of successful traders, okay, at your disposal. And I can tell you guys, my first time ever using this, my first month, on a $1,000 account, I profited $600 doing absolutely nothing, okay? Completely hands-free. So for those of you sitting there right now, if you're thinking of any sort of, future purchases or paying off some debts, or saving up for any large purchases for a home or a car one day, right? You now have the opportunity to leverage compound growth with our auto trader and letting that grow for you over a period of time. Okay. One of the things that we just launched is called the IML Signals app. Okay. Again, this requires no trading experience. If you guys can press a couple buttons and play some games on your phone, you can make money with our Signals app. Okay. Now, what does this do? This is an application that you install on your phone, and you will get trade signals, trade opportunities from our professionals, okay? They do all the research, and they send you everything that you need to know in order to enter into a trade. All that you have to do is when you get a notification, you simply just copy and paste all the data points into the app, and you're set. It's literally that easy, and it requires no trading experience. And I can tell you guys, I'm very good friends with one of the master traders, right, that does this for the company. And this past month alone, he's caught over 900 pips for our organization. 900 pips, guys. You guys do the math. How much that could have potentially made you, all with just pressing a few buttons throughout your day and not taking anything away from what you're currently doing. The third thing we have here is called daily swing trades, okay? Imagine this. Imagine you guys had Warren Buffett sending you personalized recorded videos, sharing with you his thoughts and insights on potential investment opportunities, okay? This is exactly what we offer with the daily swing trades. Our CEO himself, Chris Terry, someone who's made over $100 million trading Forex, gives you videos and charts and shares with you exactly how he looks at the markets, and he gives his projections on where he thinks a certain trade will go that you can take from and potentially profit from, right? Where else in the world, guys, where else on a daily basis can you get access to someone of this credibility and of this stature and earning potential? Think about that for a second, okay? This is by far one of my most favorite ones, okay? This is for those that do want to learn how to trade, okay? The harmonic pattern scanner, okay? Like I said previously, everything that we've done, everything that he has done was designed to lower the learning curve and to make it easy as possible for anyone to come in and to be able to create some income, right? So what the harmonic scanner does is it scans the markets. It scans all the pairs in the markets 24/7, and it looks for what's called harmonic patterns, okay? These patterns indicate potential trade opportunities, when to buy, when to sell, at an extremely high accuracy rate, all right? And this thing gives you literally everything you need to know in order to enter into a trade. So if you know nothing about Forex, you could use the harmonic scanner by itself and still be able to trade Forex. That's how powerful this is, right? For all of those that do want to become a self-sufficient trader, maybe you're sitting there and you say, you know what, I do want to be able to command my own income and to be able to trade on my own, right? We have what's called IML Academy. Okay, this is basic, intermediate, and advanced Forex trading education that walks you step by step, okay, how to profit in the markets. And if you know nothing about Forex, we'll take you through your hand and we'll walk you step by step on how you can become a self-sufficient trader. And then lastly, we have IML TV. This is live classroom trading, right, for anyone that wants to, because maybe we all learn differently. Maybe you're the type that likes to learn live. Maybe you like live interaction, live feedback, live questions and answers, right? We have many different channels that you can plug into every single night and be able to learn from our top professionals, and you would ask them questions, right? Now, this is powerful, guys. What we've done here is we've taken the largest financial market in the world and we've made it attainable, and we've made it easy for anyone to be able to come in. It doesn't matter what background you come from. It doesn't matter. You don't need a fancy degree. You don't need any prior trading experience. And you can come in and be able to earn right away with our tools and services. All right. Now check this out. Just some of the testimonials of some people that have used this. All right. This is someone here started out with $100 in 1 week, no trading experience, just using the signals and the harmonic scanner. Right. He saw 40% growth in 1 week. 40% growth in 1 week. That's with no trading experience right there. Right. Another person, here we go, right? Another $46 while he was working his job, right? All he did was, this is actually one of my great friends, right? While he was working his job, took out a couple minutes of his time, copied and pasted some numbers into his trading app, made $46 on top of what he was already doing at his job. This is the power of Forex, and this is the power of our platform and just what it can truly do for you. So just imagine just what kind of options, what kind of choices, what kind of peace of mind that you can bring back into your life, right, with this platform and with this opportunity, and what it can truly do for yourself and for your family. All right. Now, you guys get all of this. Okay, you guys get access to a world-class financial education that can change your quality of life, all for the price of $195 down one time and $145 a month. Okay, that's a lot of value. Everything that you're getting, the harmonic scanner by itself, guys, could go sell on the market for at least a couple $1,000s. Now we're getting decades of experience, of successful trading experience from one of the elite, okay, for a mere price of $195 and $145 a month. Okay, that is a steal. All right. And so I know what it's done for my life. I've seen what it's done for so many people that we're impacting on a daily basis. But our mission here is to be able to spread this platform with other people and to be able to provide you guys the opportunity to, like I said, get some time back, get some choices back, and really bring some peace of mind back into your life without having to take away from some of the things that you're doing right now. Okay? So with that being said, I appreciate all you guys' time. I definitely hope you got a lot of value Okay, for those of you that are serious about taking your Forex education to another level, for those of you that are serious about creating some sort of income with Forex, my next advice to you, okay, is to take the next step. Take the next step, sign your financial declaration of independence today, and get back with the person that invited you, okay? For those of you that may came through Instagram, go ahead, send the account a message, ask them how you can sign your declaration of independence, all right? For everyone else, if you came through me, go ahead, send me a personal message, and I will definitely help you get started today. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys got value out of it, and I hope you guys learn something and can walk away understanding the power of what Forex can do for your life. So with that being said, guys, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great night, and until next time.